Let's discuss electrostatic forces are conservative forces, right? When work done by a force on a unit positive charge does not depend on the path followed by that charge, then such forces are conservative forces, right? So we know that when a unit positive charge is bringing from infinity to a point A against an electrostatic force, then some work is done by us in taking unit charge from here to here. This work done due to electrostatic forces may depend on path or may not be. We don't know till now, right? So if this work done does not depend upon the path followed by this unit charge, then the electrostatic forces are conservative in nature. Okay, let's prove this. For the proof, right, electrostatic forces are conservative in nature. So to prove this, we have to prove that work done over a closed path is zero. Let's say this is point A, this is point B, A, B, and some Q naught charge here. We bring this charge to B via this path. Let's say this is path 1, right? So against an electrostatic force, so we have to do some work. Let's say this is VAB, right? Then from B, due to another path, we bring this charge from B to A again, and the work done due to this is the second path, and work done due to this path is, let's say, WBA, right? If we prove the total work done by this closed path is zero, then it is proves that electrostatic forces are conservative in nature, right? Means the work done due to this path is equal and opposite to the work done due to this path, right? Now, according to the definition of potential difference, VAB is equal to what? Work done upon charge, or we can say that work done is what? Q naught VAB, right? From the path first, okay? For path first, we have to find out work done. So WAB is equal to what? Q naught चार्ज को यहाँ से उठाया, B पॉइंट तक लेके आए, वर्क डन करना पड़ा. Let's say potential at point A is VA and potential at point B is VB, right? So Q naught into potential difference between the A and B, and potential difference is what? Final potential minus initial potential, so VB minus VA, right? For second path, work done WBA for this path, right? So for this path, work done between these 2 points is what? Final potential minus initial potential. B से A पे गए हैं तो final potential minus initial, तो Q naught into final potential VA minus initial potential VB, right? We have to find out what? Total work done over this cycle. Total work done is what? Total work done W is equal to WAB plus WBA, right? From here we get, adding these two, Q naught is common, VB minus VA plus VA minus VB. All are cancel out each other, 0 into 0. So net work done is what? 0. Or we can say that work done AB is equal in magnitude and opposite of this, right? This proves that the electrostatic forces are conservative, क्योंकि this work done is what? Against the electrostatic forces, right? And this work done does not depend upon the nature of path. then the electrostatic forces are conservative in nature, hence proved. Okay, right. Now next topic, यहां से एक बात और हम देख सकते हैं कि क्या over a closed path does not depend on its shape. Over a closed path total work done is always zero due to electrostatic forces. Total work done against electrostatic forces is always zero over a closed path. Does not depend upon its shape and size. If it is a closed path, then total work done is zero. This is one of the important things. Okay. Okay. Our next topic is find out relationship between electrostatic field and potential. Relationship between electrostatic field and electrostatic potential. Okay, this is, let's say, positive Q charge. This is point P, where from infinity we bring a unit positive charge, right? And this is a small displacement. We take A to B. This is unit positive charge, A to B dx, and at point A, due to this, electric field is in this direction, right? And when we take a positive charge A to B, we have to do small work done, d, right? And this work done on unit positive charge is what? Is equal to electrostatic potential. Okay. Okay. So work done, we know that due to a unit positive charge is what? E dot dx, and E dx cos 180 degree. Angle between dx and d is 180 degree. Cos 180 minus 1, so dw can be written as minus E dx. And we know that dw is what? dv. From these two equations, I can write like this: dv is equal to minus E dx. इसलिए E को मैं क्या लिख सकता हूँ? Minus dv by dx. This is the relationship between electrostatic field and electrostatic potential, right? And also term dv by dx is known as potential gradient. Potential gradient. So electric field is negative of potential gradient, right? This is the relationship between electric field and potential, right? As we know that the SI unit of electric field is what? Newton per coulomb. From here we can see that the SI unit of electric field is what? Volt per meter. Potential is in volt and displacement is in meter. So we can write like this: 1 Newton per coulomb is equal to 1 volt per meter. We can see that. This is also the unit of electric field, right? Now let us take a graphical representation of electric field and electrostatic potential, right? As we know that electric field due to point charge is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r square, right? And potential gradient due to a point charge is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught r, right? We can see that from here directly proportional to 1 upon r square, and potential is directly proportional to 1 upon r. Okay, right? If take a graph between V and let's say 1 upon R, it is a straight line as it is directly proportional, right? If we take electric field in place of potential and in place of R, we take 1 upon R square, right? Then it is also a straight line because electric field is proportional to 1 upon R square, right? Now compare a graph between R and electric field and potential. Let's say on y-axis we take potential और इलेक्ट्रिक, दोनों के लिए ग्राफ हम ड्रॉ करेंगे, राइट? ओके, सो लेट्स से R V is inversely proportional to R, means decreasing order. This is the graph for V, for potential, right? And electric field is inversely proportional to R square. So graph is something like this. This is the graph for electric field, right? At some point, let's say this is R is equal to 1, V is equal to E. Potential और electric field equal हो जाते हैं कब? When R is equal to 1. यहाँ से हम देख सकते हैं if R is equal to 1, 1 का square 1, तो electric field is Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. And potential is what? R is equal to 1, Q upon 4 pi epsilon naught. Means if R is equal to 1, then electric field and electric potential are equal, right? This is R less than 1, this area, and this area is R greater than 1. Okay, let us take a point which is R greater than 1, for greater than 1, then this is what? This is V1, and this is what? E1, right? For R1, and R1 is what? Greater than 1, and this is R2 is less than 1, right? If I can write like this, if R is greater than 1, right, then what happens? Potential is greater than electrostatic field. Okay, if R is taking less than 1, then at some point, at something like this point, this is what? V, and this is what? E, right? If R is less than 1, then electric field is greater than electrostatic potential. Okay, this is the graphical representation of our, this is R1 ki to understand this. Okay, if R is greater than 1, then potential is greater than electric field. Is R is less than 1, then electric field is greater than electrostatic potential. This is the graphical representation for electrostatic potential and electric field. Okay.